This. These are 2 illegal aliens in the country that have 3 kids and they have a home and they have $133,000 in bad debt.
Well,
You guys also have that. How much debt you guys have? Oh,
yeah.
over $100,000 of debt. That's not even the house. Literally. Wow, $130,000 of debt that is not the house.
Man, they're dreamers. Well, it's time to.
That means they've been buying shit. They've been buying a whole lot of shit that they don't need. You know, I don't watch Caleb Hammer that much. Usually when I watch him, it's like, there's one of his videos comes across TikTok or like YouTube Shorts, and every time I see one of his shorts and one of his TikToks, whoever he's interviewing, they're always the same. You know, they are always the same. They these are people that decide, or rather not decide, but get confused that what they want is a necessity. And it's unfortunate because they also make every single excuse they can make to justify their wants. And every single one of them, like they're drowning in debt. But somehow their wants supersedes the debt that they're drowning in, which is sad. You know, because in this case, with these 2 illegals, their parents with 3 kids, it's their kids that are going to end up carrying the burden of that debt. I doubt that these guys, this man and this lady, are going to be able to pay off this debt. Like, that's $133,000. Because, you know, when you think about it, it's okay. You know, you got yourself a car, you got yourself a house, you got 3 kids. You know, when you do groceries, you got to do groceries for five people. Right now, the kids are small, but as they grow, they eat more. You know, so it's more food that throughout the years you got to buy. Then it's the amount your electric bill. You got to pay the electricity for 5 people, the water bill for 5 people. You got to get good enough internet for 5 people. You got to buy clothing for 5 people. You got to make sure that your car can fit 5 people. You know, so it's everything they're gonna do with their money is for 5 people. Always, until their children move out, of course. But it's gonna be for a long time. Easily over a decade. They spend money, it's going to be on 5 people. You go out to the movies, 5 people. The kids are going to want popcorn. They're going to want candy, soda, and whatnot. And they're probably going to want as well, right? If they try to go on vacation, well, guess what? It's a vacation for 5 fucking people. And if I remember correctly, you know, places like Disney recently raised the prices of their tickets to over $200 per day. Per day. Imagine these people try to go to Disney just with the tickets alone. If they go just for 1 day, holy crap! That's going to be over $1,000. Now make it 2 days. That's $2,000. 3 days. That's $3,000. It's insane. Like, these people want wants and instead of realizing what's a necessity. And the fact that they've gotten far as illegals, right, shows that, you know, they have blessings. They are in a privileged position, and hopefully they can turn things around.
Wake up. That's what I think. I think it's just about time to wake up. And this is what happens. This is why, as I said before, this is why I was never a fan of that amendment where people that came in here, they automatically have citizenship. That's it. And let me see if I can pull up some more of these here. And yeah, this is it right here. 2 illegal immigrants in Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, here we go. Let's watch this.
Man, almost
You're on the joint mortgage?
Yes.
Yeah. 4.3 rate. We like that. What is the balance?
4.3 is
a
pretty
good time,
decent. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I just don't like the house.
All right.
Oh, good.
You like the house.
260,000.
That 4.3 means nothing if they can't pay off their debt. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all.
$631.08. Why don't you like the house?
Because it doesn't have a pool.
They thinking about a pool whenever they're $250,000 in debt. Are you kidding me? No.
Go to a community pool, dick.
No,
A
it's
home
30.
equity
Yeah.
loan? And a Toyota 4Runner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are all joints as well.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, why did we get a home equity loan?
To
Consolidate
yeah.
that.
At 8%, and then you didn't consolidate. You racked it up, and then you transferred
Look at the numbers now. $350,000.
with them. Again, you never pay off debt. You just consolidate, transfer. You guys cannot do another one of these tools, including bankruptcy, until you change your fucking behavior. You can't do any of these shortcuts until you change your behavior.
These are the people that are parasites. These people, like, bro, this is the problem with letting people like this in and not deporting them and getting rid of all of them, is you have these people come into the fucking country, take out hundreds of thousands of dollars, live in a house that you're supposed to live in. You're paying more for housing because these people want to run up debt and not do a fucking thing, have a bunch of kids, drag the social system, and deplete everybody's fucking money because they don't have a goddamn pool. Man.
Because you'll
You know, Asman is absolutely correct on this point, and it may sound incredibly harsh to call them parasites, and that they're taking homes away from other people who are here legally, whether they were born here or came here legally. He's absolutely right, because okay, so the proof is right here on screen. They are $350,000 and a half in debt. And on top of that, they're illegal. So right now, they're doing absolutely everything possible to just spend as much money as possible on whatever the heck they want. It's for them is, okay, you know what can we spend money on today? It's like, hey, you know what? My car doesn't have a seat warmer. Let me go buy one. You don't need a seat warmer. Just turn on the damn heater in the car if you're cold, right? But these are the type of people that they spend money like that on the absolute stupidest things and think nothing of it. And then they think, well, let's go consult a financial auditor. He's got to help. No, they don't got to help. All right? They may set a plan for you. But that plan means shit unless you put it put it to work. It's like you got to change these bad habits, change things around, and realize, things are not going to get better for us ever. But of course, the point I'm trying to make is they don't care. They're here illegally. They're spending all this money. And yet they haven't thought, you know what? Let me get my citizenship. I know it's not something that happens in a week, in a month, in a year. It takes its time. But let me do it. I already went through the trouble of getting here illegally. Now let me go through the fucking trouble getting my papers. But no, they simply don't care. They don't care. They got here illegally. Now they're going to do whatever the fuck they want. And I'm not saying that the United States is in disarray because of illegals. No, I don't believe that the United States is in disarray because of illegals. I believe the United States is in disarray because of our government. Each administration that comes, one after the other, they all continue to fuck everything up. The illegals just happen to add on top of that. They literally just happen to add on top of that. So then those who are born here and those who come here illegally are not looking at the illegals and they're like, the fuck you doing? It's like, I already got it hard enough. And now you come in to make things harder. The fuck you doing? But unfortunately, illegals that come here and don't care to get their papers, their green card, everything in order. Like, people will never see them in a good light. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because they come here to look for a better life. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they want a better life. Because they just continue to fuck up over and over.
That's just the way I feel.
It happens every episode, and you guys are just continuing that trend.
So no bankruptcy, you said?
The reason why they do it is because they get away with it, bro. Like, that's the reason why. They get away with it.
They definitely continue to do it because they get away with it. They're getting away with it being illegal. So at the same time, it's like, oh shit, look at that. We committed one of the biggest crimes in the United States. Let's keep it going. You know, like, why stop here?
And check the comments after the video. Illegal husbands work her cash to avoid tax, and the wife files for SNAP with their anchor babies.
You know what sucks about that? Especially about the EBT? Not just the cash thing, because the cash thing is like, even people who are born here in the United States and legally do that. But the EBT thing, you got people like my grandparents, right? Immigrated here to the United States in the 60s from Colombia, along with my mother and my uncle. Got their papers. Wasted no time, which my grandfather got his papers first. Became a citizen first. You know? And about a decade later, after he got his papers, he was able to save up enough money to bring over my grandmother and the 2 children, my mother and my uncle. Bring them over and then help them get their papers, get their citizenship. Now, my grandparents worked all their lives. They lived most of their lives here in the United States. Now that they're retired, they're receiving their Social Security. And the Social Security is shit. In my opinion, Social Security is just a fucking scam, because they tell you, oh, you defer the taxes till later. Who gives a fuck? You know, I'd say just buy Bitcoin. Pay taxes now, buy Bitcoin, and forget about, you know, your 401k, your retirement, all that shit. Like, put it on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin will do a whole lot better. But anyways, this video is not about Bitcoin. My point is, you get people like my grandparents working their whole lives. They get their Social Security. The cost of everything goes through the roof. The Social Security is not enough to cover much, but just enough to cover their mortgage, all right? And to pay the light, pay the water bill, and pay for their internet. Because they don't even get cable, they get over-the-air TV. And then when they go and apply for help to get food stamps, they're told by the government, yeah, you can get food stamps, definitely. But all you're fucking gonna get is $200 a month. And I bet you anything, this lady is getting way over $200 a month. And yes, she's illegal. Like, that's not fair. That is not fair at all. That those who are here legally, born here, get less help than those who come here illegally.
See, anybody that's lived in a place, Caleb's in Austin, I'm pretty sure. Anybody that's lived in we all know this is happening. We all know that this isn't news. Like, maybe if you're like up north, like, you don't get this, right? Maybe you live in a gated community, you don't know this. Everybody that's in a working class or a middle class neighborhood knows this shit happens. You went to public school, you know this shit is what happened. The idea that this isn't happening, you tell this to somebody like me, it's crazy.
And the thing is, what he doesn't say there is, you know it's happening because the people that are doing it are bragging about it. They talk about it. This isn't something that they keep quiet. And then you just find out because you somehow develop telepathy. You know? No. This is something you find out about because people brag about it. Say, yeah. I lie on all the forms. Yeah, I absolutely lie on all the forms. Or you get people who are like, yeah, you know what? Every year I have another kid. Why? So I can get more benefits. Like, the fuck? Like, the fuck? Like, what do you mean? But that's how it goes, unfortunately. You know? Some people rather do things backwards and do them the right way, and then they pat themselves on the back and tell themselves they did a good job and be like, yeah, I did it.
They're afforded extra rights? Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, not until you change your behavior.
Yeah.
Because then you'll end up in the same amount of debt again and be double f***ed.
Okay.
Oh, you owe $52,281. Do you even have any equity anymore?
Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
I don't know, because we also...
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Well,
I don't know, because we also have solar panels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Expensive ass solar panels that somehow is going to take them out of debt.
This is what we paying for. This is what we are paying for right here.
You know what's better than solar panels? Turning off your lights. Turn the damn lights off. Open up your windows during the day. And turn the damn lights off. All right? Make yourself a ham and cheese sandwich and don't turn on the stove. Don't turn on the oven. Keep it all shut off. All right? And you'll save electricity. Go to bed early. Okay? Because if you're in debt like these people and you're getting solar panels, holy shit. Like it's like I said earlier. Like, they're here illegally, and now they're like, let's just do whatever. We got here, let's just do whatever. It's like, who the fuck cares? Let's get all this debt, pull out all these loans, all right? And then at the end of the day, we dump it on our children. Let our children take care of it. And when we retire, we won't have any money to retire, but we're going to tell our children that they need to take care of us. I bet you that's what their plan is. Like, their plan can't be anything else if they're here illegally. It can't be anything else.
Yep.
I don't even think we have that. We don't have that. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Minimum payment $378.40. What's your solar panel, Tet?
You know what really bothers me about this is almost all the people that are on this show are around my age. It's like basically the closer they are to my age, the more probable it is that they're delusional. That bothers me.
The total debt, I would have.
And that happens because they never grew up. They never grew up. You only get delusional when you don't grow up. That's the only way it happens. Unless you got schizophrenia or something where it's like you're literally seeing things and hearing things. Then all right, you got to pass. Like there's nothing you can do about that. You're gonna have to live with that for the rest of your life. But if you don't have any mental disorder whatsoever, and I don't count depression as a mental disorder, okay? Not at all. I don't count that as a mental disorder. I don't count stress as a mental disorder. I don't count frustration as a mental disorder. You know, you got all those things. You can still get up. You can still go to work. You can still go to school. You can still make things happen. You'll have trouble making things happen. Things will definitely be tough. But you can still make things happen. Unless you got an actual mental disorder, something like schizophrenia, where you hear shit and you see shit, and it doesn't allow you to live life as a normal person, then you got no excuse. These people never grew up. They didn't grow up. And by the looks on their faces, they don't give a crap.
Look,
I don't even like the house we're getting.
Real bothers me. Really bothers me.
I have a question for you. Do you know by any chance if the solar panel company is going in bankruptcy?
Huh?
The
What?
solar panel company?
See what I mean? They didn't grow up. They're asking, like, the fuck? Like, she's probably wondering, like, oh yeah, well, we have to pay this if they're going bankrupt. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay it. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay it. You know why? Because let's say that the solar company goes bankrupt. They got money they got to pay. Guess what? Collectors exist for how you call it? They exist for businesses too, not just for individuals. So that shit gets passed on. going to get passed on to somebody, and they're going to be calling you day and night, and they're going to say, "Give me my money." They don't care if they purchased all that debt off for pennies on the dollar. They're going to tell you owe 100,000. You know what? We purchased that debt for $100. We still want you to pay us the 100K. These people never grew up, and unfortunate, like I said, their children are going to end up paying for their sins.
Is going bankrupt.
So you don't have to pay it
It's
back?
filing bankruptcy.
Not a school. You're not going to get it forgiven.
I was just gonna ask, like, what do we do then?
First of all, bankruptcy is a lot of things. They might just be restructuring debt. They might not be going out of business. You don't know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
chapter
but getting
7, verse 11.
Well, there you go. You're still going to owe it.
Current balance for it is 33,000.
1 year.
Minimum monthly payment?
168 a month.
What's your interest?
It's like 1%, 2%, something like that.
Man.
1.99.
Oh,
Forerunner! Whose is it?
Family car.
You know, when I watch clips like this, I remind myself that even though I'm broke, I'm okay with it. Because I'd rather be broke than in debt. At least, being broke, you're at a clean slate. You owe nobody anything. You may not have any money, right? But you don't owe anybody any money. And that actually feels good. It feels good. Because when you're in debt, it sucks. Most people in this country, United States, most people are in debt and it sucks ass. You go to bed and you're like, damn, am I going to be able to pay the light bill, the electricity bill? Will I have a roof over my head tomorrow? And it sucks. It really does suck. Like most people that are in debt are waiting to get to the chance where they're just broke. They're broke and they owe nobody money and they can just move forward, because moving forward on from there, just means that you're going to be in the green.
Well, originally it was gonna be kind of like my car. I have my little beater that I take to work, and she had her
Why do
own.
we need this?
She had her.
Like a beater makes a difference when you're almost at this point almost $400,000 in debt. What the hell is a beater gonna do? Again, it's like I said, these are people that, like Asman said, they're delusional. They're delusional because, like I said, they never grew up. What the hell is a beater gonna do when you got all this debt? It's like hopefully I'll say this. Hopefully the beater's paid off. Because if the beater isn't paid off, then at that point it's like, shit, like, what are you doing? You couldn't even pay off the beater?
so you telling me
And
you're telling me that between the two of you, there's 3 cars?
There's 3 cars and the beater somehow
There's
makes it
3
better.
cars between the two of you.
and I wanted a Forerunner. So once we did that
You want it. There it
consolidate,
is.
You
You
want
did a
it.
consolidation, then you got a Forerunner? You
Yeah.
guys are a fucking mess. You're the collection of everything bad with consumerism. $37,087.96 at an interest rate of 7%. Not even good. Minimum monthly payment, $674. Working 60 hours a week in order to afford a Forerunner. Well done. That's where you are. What do you think it's worth? What do you think it's worth?
like 44,
4D.
40.
So at least you have an equity position.
So now we're up to $420,000 in debt. You got 2 retards that are $420,000 in debt, living in a house with 3 cars and 3 kids. Meanwhile, you're getting fucked around. This is what your tax dollars are going to.
And
But
they're
for
going to
this is
get
it.
into more debt.
Then a paid off Jetta that's worth
Whether they-
$1,700.
Whether these 2 numbnuts got on this show or not, you know that they're planning to get into more debt because they just don't care. And they're somehow just going to keep doing it for the rest of their lives. And they're somehow just going to think that for the rest of their lives, they can just keep doing it without any consequences.
Yeah, that's my
Illegal.
little
Yep.
beater.
That's the
Sell the Forerunner tomorrow. I'm not even kidding. Sell it. Because you
Yep.
might actually make money. Break even for all I care. Get out of that minimum monthly payment.
Pretty sure
Drive,
it's scripted.
beat tur,
It's not.
beat tur, beat tur.
But
That's it. I don't give what.
Yeah,
What?
true.
What?
True.
What?
well, my beater's not gonna last me very long.
Well,
It's
they aren't all like that. Too bad.
already
What is
at 200.
And then when we do that, we get a
200,000
$10,000 car.
miles. Yep.
I don't care. Get rid of the 4Runner. You're in a
You gotta
blessed
deport these
position.
people.
Rare on this show
Get
where you
them
have an
out.
equity position. Get out of it.
You see, this is why I said, like, because again, he said they're delusional. And I say they're delusional because they didn't grow up. Right there, the guy just showed it. The husband showed it. He's like, but my beater's not going to last. That's what like, dog, he's talking exactly like a child. That's exactly how a child talks. But I don't want to do this because if I do this, then I won't like it. Like, who cares? It's like, my dude, you're almost $500,000 in debt. You got to do something to lower that debt. You got to do something because if you don't lower that debt, you know, your children are going to walk around wondering, why can't we do shit? Oh, it's because mom and daddy, you know, they got $1 million in debt now. Your children are going to grow up resenting you. Like, seriously, they're going to grow up resenting you. You're going to be like, damn, why couldn't mom and dad ever do shit? Why were mom and dad so bad with their money?
Tomorrow. It's not a question. Are you getting out of it tomorrow?
No, he's not going to.
Are you getting it out of it tomorrow?
Oh, let me answer. I'm thinking of getting a Tacoma.
Huh?
I'm thinking of getting a Tacoma.
No.
He's a literal child.
Even
child.
now,
He never grew
in
up.
the
He's
face
stupid.
of $500,000 in debt. What if I got another one?
Yeah. What if I doubled my debt? That's exactly what they're going to do.
No. Nope, you're not getting anything. You're driving the beater until it's dead.
I think I deserve a
I
Tacoma.
need to make sure you...
See, I know you want to think it's scripted. And maybe they play it up by 10%, but they certainly don't play it up by 100%.
Agree with me.
I'm telling y'all.
Make him agree.
This is what you are doing, or
telling
else
y'all,
there is
like-
no path here that I'm willing to accept. Because this is a basic sacrifice, and I need to see you're making sacrifices, or I'm ending this thing now.
Is it negotiable?
No.
Did I maybe
You are
work
selling
70
this
hours?
and driving the beater until it's done, and the repairs would be...
You have to drive a shitty car so this guy can take on more debt and finance a house he shouldn't even fucking be in because he shouldn't even be in the fucking country. So he's not only does he have a car that you should have, but he also has a house that you should have. That's what it is.
Stupid.
Wait. But we do need a family
But
car.
he doesn't have a pool, so it's not good enough for him.
So get another
That's
beater,
it.
right? You said?
Why?
Why-
Don't you have something?
Yeah.
A beater?
No.
Okay. Then yes, a $10,000 car.
Okay.
Yeah.
10,000.
Where are we gonna get 10,000 from?
When you shop
sell the
used,
car.
used, it's not going to be great. It's going to be years old, but you get you take a look at it in every way whatsoever and get an
Yeah.
independent mechanic to look at it as well.
Exactly.
Make sure it's safe and it's not going to take a cost.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 2-year car. Guys, we're not looking for a generational car. This is a 2-year car you're getting for $10,000 and then you upgrade once we're out of debt. Do you agree to this or no?
Well, what if I...
Agree to it or no?
But our daughter needs a car too.
Nope. No, she doesn't. She can get her own car. She can work and get her own car. Do you agree to it or no?
Man.
Agree to it or no?
Can I get a second job?
Agree? No, you already
I
work
wanna
60
keep
hours
the
a week.
runner.
Okay, then that's it. I'm ending this. This is no conversation to be had. I'm ending the episode.
It's like I said, they're children. They're like, she's smiling, he's smiling. You have $500,000 in debt. What the fuck is there to smile about? And on top of that, you're illegal. You're illegal on top of that. Like they're not making a good case. You know, it's like Caleb was saying, the beater is not forever, but you still got to drive that beater around. You know, it's like, what the fuck is the point of getting a beater? Okay, and then going out and getting yourself expensive cars, and then he's thinking of getting himself a 4th car. Like, what's the beater doing there? Like, what is it, like, to show off the beater? It has to be that he just wants to show off the beater and say, oh, look, I got a beater. I'm making good decisions. Like, there's no other reason why he has that beater there. Like, come on, man. Like, man, like, this is sad. This is really sad.
If you're not willing to take literally the most basic sacrifice in the one thing you have, there's nothing here, and you guys are and I'm sad to see that. That is sad, and that's not me wanting to end this because I'm outraged or anything. If they're not willing to take a single basic step, I'm done.
We have to.
$420,000. $420,000 they're doing this shit, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Like, yes, why does he have a little boo-boo in the background? Probably because that one girl from the show gave it to him. And this is what happened, bro. Like, this is it. She wants to retire in $0. Yeah, bro, like...
How are you gonna do the... How much money do you think you need to retire?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. How are you gonna do the fire movement if you don't have a number set?
You do it for me?
That's stupid what you're saying.
So I'm not
You
going to
see,
be able
this
to
lady never
retire
grew up.
Are you
either.
kidding me?
in 10 years?
Buddy, you have $0 in retirement.
Okay, but when I start making good money, then...
How much money do you think you could live off on a yearly basis? Give me that number.
I want to travel a lot. So like 30K?
See? These are people that did not grow up. You know, they're children inside the bodies of adults. They never grow up. And the sad part is that they're most likely going to live the rest of their lives like this. And then on top of that, they can vote. And it's like, damn, like these people are really voting? Like you know, the balance of this country is in their hands. Like, you know how ridiculous it is to know that there's people out there that have never taken a pen, right? A pen or a pencil, right? And pulled out a notebook, a piece of paper from wherever it is, a blank piece of paper, and then just write down their finances, how much money comes in, how much money goes out, figure out some kind of budget, and be like, if I want to travel a lot, what do I have to do to make that happen? Like, come on. Like, come on. Like this is ridiculous.
How are you going to travel a lot with 30K?
I'm going to have like house hacking, have someone pay my housing and my bills.
So you're saying you're...
You know, the only house hacking this lady keeps on this path. The only house hacking she's going to have is living under a bridge where she won't have to pay any mortgage, rent, won't have to pay any type of taxes. That's the only house hacking she's headed for if she keeps on this path.
You're also gonna get a house and save up?
No, the rental properties. What?
You don't have nothing. I just think you may have been sold a dream on TikTok and you don't fully understand.
It was...
Oh.
No, it's different. No, I learned about this on YouTube, not TikTok. No, it's different.
Okay, I need to... How much money do you think you need to retire?
I just, bro, like, it's really worrisome, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is something special. And I've been telling y'all about this for a while,
Ridiculous.
but now I'm starting to see this. And I have no idea what Caleb Hammer's political views are, if any, but every scammer, grifter, and deadbeat he interviews on Financial Audit is turning thousands of young Americans right-wing. Yeah, because now people are starting to wake up and realize that they've been financing the bad decisions of a bunch of fucking illegals and retards in their country that should have never happened in the first place. Half of them should be deported. The other probably 10%, maybe 20% need to go back to fucking school. And then the rest of them need to have their debt. Like they take their fucking assets. Do something about this, man. People aren't taught how to manage their money? Nah, bro. Like, you really think it's their fault? And so this is what they're saying about him. This is what they're saying about him. And his response is, so let me go back if I can find this here. As someone posted in Reddit review, Caleb Hammer is the Dr. Phil of finance. All blustery, right-wing sensationalism and disdain for his gifts. So let me get this straight. He has disdain for people that are going around and spending money that they don't have, ruining their fucking life, and then writing it off to where the taxpayer has to pay for it. Yeah, I'd say disdain is pretty fucking fair, if anything. I absolutely think so. He's trying to help them. Yeah, bro, I literally tell people to spend less money than they make, pay off bad debt, and talk a little tea. I guess I'm a Nazi. And this is what people do. Caleb is rapidly learning from interviewing hundreds of guests who have zero self-control over their lives and blame everything on society. Then not being a total degenerate that contributes to civilization is inherently right-wing coded. Watching his videos and seeing so many self-described liberals and progressive make the worst possible life choices and then blame society for their destructive choices is like taking the red pill all over again. There it is. And you've got a bunch of people, right? What happens to our financial system when 20 million people over 100K in debt with no collateral? And there it is. And so zero self-control equals degeneracy. Yeah. And so they're trying to...
You know what happens at that point? In my opinion, you take them all. Okay? You take them all and you drop them on the Great Atlantic Garbage Patch. And you say, figure it out. Because we ain't gonna figure out shit for you. At some point, these people like have to be taken out of the equation, because the people that are trying to get ahead in life and make the good decisions, are gonna get tired of their bullshit. So they're gonna say, "Well, either someone moves them away, or we move them away." That's gonna happen eventually. Someone's going to get pissed off and someone's going to, is going to take matters into their own hands.
To turn this guy into being a bad dude and saying bad stuff about him just simply because he's going out and calling out these clowns, man. And is making fun of Disney adults. Like, yeah, people are actually getting mad over this because he calls these people out, makes them look stupid, man. And a couple wants to leave the USA. Yeah, I don't know if there's any more about this, and let me see if there's anything else. This to expose the degeneracy running rampant through America. That's a fucking fact. And I'll see if I can find one more. Okay. But yeah, I'm telling you, like this is how bad it really is. And so where the fuck did it go? And this might be. It's an undocumented couple. Oh, here we go. Refused to sacrifice their SUV, their luxury XUV for financial freedom. There's another one here. And it just gets worse, man. Undocumented duos, 420K debt spree. Shakira, soccer, and tax-free cash while Americans foot the bill. And yeah, it's pretty fucking sad, man. Caleb's show is not at all political, but he's turning millions of people right-wing just by interviewing scammers and deadbeats about their finances. Caleb Hammer radicalized me. We need to take away everyone under 40's credit card. It is really, really fucking bad, isn't it? And so what do you think? Should they be jailed, do manual labor? Nah, just deport them. Like, somebody's not supposed to be here and they're taking out a bunch of debt. Like, it's too much work to...
Yeah, because if you... put them in prison and make them do manual labor, well, you know what? That's still funded by taxes. Now we're going to fund them to do manual labor. No, that's just, deport them out of here. It's like stop screwing things up for the rest of us. The rest of us that actually want to get ahead are having a hard time because of people like this. Like I said earlier in the video, I watch these videos, these clips from time to time, and I'm like, damn, I'm glad I'm broke and not in debt. Because at least I'm at zero. And whenever I make money, I go into the fucking green. I don't want to be in the red. I'd rather be broke than in debt. And these people don't get that. They think they're okay. They are literal children walking around having no idea what they're doing, and somehow they think that someone somewhere is just going to figure shit out for them. And it's sickening. It truly is sickening, because there's a lot of hardworking people here in the United States that are truly trying to get ahead. But people like this make it hard for the rest of us, and people get tired. It's why people voted for Donald Trump. It's not that hard to see. People are tired of bullshit.
To deal with all that, just get them deported, get rid of them, right? And Finance Girl Swimside Podcast, 420K, and that they deserve a new car. That's really what it is. That's where it's at. And it's really sad.
Yeah, it is. This said, they come
Who
here
pays off
illegally.
their debt? Well, we do, but we don't have to pay it off
face any
twice.
repercussions for
And
coming
that's
here
the difference.
illegally, and then they think they deserve anything they want. You know, that's why consequences are a good thing. That's why repercussions are a good thing. Because it teaches you that when you screw up, bad things are going to happen. So next time you come across, okay, the same situation as before, you say to yourself, you know what? Last time I zigged and things went bad. This time let me zag so things go good. It's as simple as that. It doesn't get any more difficult to understand. It's not hard to understand at all. But some people keep zigging when they should start zagging.
And so I work with construction companies trying real estate. White owner with team of Mexicans. Mexicans pull 70K a year cash, tax-free. They also report none of it, and they're on food stamps, free healthcare, and free housing. See, anybody who doesn't know this is stupid. This is super common. It's extremely common. I know people that do this. Yeah, of course this is what happens. And the amount of money that like happens in this, is the bank also at fault too? Yeah, it's super, super, super common. And people think that it's not a big deal because they never have to deal with it or think about it. Illegal aliens are also identity thieves. Yep, you got that too. They have to steal someone's social security number to work and file for benefits. That's one thing too also, or they're just simply not paying the taxes at all. And I'm just glad to see it. I'm glad to see more people waking up and realizing this. You support robbing the system though, right? Just American citizens only? Yeah. If you're going to rob and scam the fucking credit card companies, you better be an American fucking citizen, okay? How about that? Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, if I want to hear and deal with that fucking bullshit, then I want to know that person is a goddamn American. We don't need to go out and import new retards to be stealing our money and causing problems. We have enough of our retards, man. So that's really what I would say more than anything. The NBA player and the coach getting caught up with the gambling, I did see that. I already looked into it earlier.
All right, so that's the end of the video. So yeah, I've said what I thought throughout this whole video, and and I stand by it. Some people just never grow up, make mistake after mistake, and somehow believe that their mistakes are just gonna float away, into the air, never to be seen again. And then the other thing is, like these two people proved, is that this country definitely has an immigration problem. And all those people that go out and protest and say that, go out and protest saying, yeah, you know what, let these immigrants come in illegally. It's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay at all. It's not okay at all. Because they're running up all this debt, and who has to pay for it? We do. It's as simple as that. This is a country that runs on taxes. This country runs on taxes, and where do those taxes come from? It comes from us, the U.S. citizens. We're the ones who foot the bill every single time, no matter what. This is an issue that needs to be fixed once and for all. And I'll say this: these two most likely came over to the United States because they were promised by maybe, who knows, maybe it was by the Biden administration or a previous administration telling them, yeah, come on over. It's okay. We'll give you what you need, right? Which is wrong. It's obviously wrong. You don't get shit for free. You got to work for your shit. But now here, I'll say this. Now with Donald Trump, you got him mass deporting people, right? Now what's the problem with that? First, you got people being told, just come on over. It's okay. You don't have to worry about anything. We'll give you everything, right? And then comes along Donald Trump and says, yeah, that's not going to happen. You're getting the fuck out of here. In short, it's playing with people's lives, unfortunately. They're looking for a better life. They come here, and then they get kicked out. Their lives are being played with, and it's not fair. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to us. Okay, because in order to bring those people in illegally, that's costing us money. And then to deport them, and then to deport them, it's costing them money as well. And it's like, how much money does the American public need to bleed before illegal immigration is fixed. Like, come on, like, it's not fair at all. It really isn't fair at all. The amount of people around the United States that go and apply for things like simple things like food stamps. That's all they're applying for, just food stamps, and then they get denied because the government says, "No, you don't qualify for it. You make too much money." Like, fuck. It's like, really? I make too much money? Like, I can barely buy groceries, right? Or you get people who go ahead and who apply for disability. Like, for example, I got an aunt that's blind in one eye, and she has 2 bad knees and can barely walk. Right? But every time she applies for disability, the government tells her, "Nah, you can work. You're fine." And it's like, really? You gotta be kidding me. How is it that you're blind in one eye, got 2 bad knees, can barely walk, and you're told, no, you don't apply, you don't qualify for disability. You're not going to get any help from the government. But then you get 2 illegals like this that pull out loans for whatever it is they want, and they get and then easily get money in EBT, all because they're lying. All that's showing, other people is that, like, you know what, I'm gonna do the same as them. Let me just lie about whatever, so I can get whatever. And I bet you there's other illegals watching this, and they're like, yeah, you know what, I'm doing the same thing, and I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. Who knows how many illegals are watching this back in their home countries and saying, you know what, if they can do it, I can do it too. Which is ridiculous, because I bet there's some of them, because that's how people are. Where you see a path that's been paved, you're going to go ahead and take that path, because that's the path of least resistance. That's how it works. We all want to take the path of least resistance, whether it's the right path or the wrong path. That's what we all want to do. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment.